Gentlemen, too often when we come to observe our press conferences, I often reiterate that the grounds of the CDC is not a graveyard. The grounds of the CDC is a place to come and jubilate and celebrate our political triumph. The grounds of the CDC has become more than that. The grounds of the CDC has become a political barrack. We have come to prepare ourselves for political activity on October 10, 2023. So we will chant a battle cry. You're not responding to the battle cry, you're not picking up your political ground. Our first-time voters, members of the 4th Estate, district youth leaders, members of the National Executive Committee of the Revolutionary National Youth League of the Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change. I'd like to take this time to, on behalf of the full bench of the Revolutionary National Youth League of the Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change, welcome you to the conference room of our National Youth League. Distinguished colleagues, the chairperson of the Revolutionary National Youth League of the Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change has asked me to come to you for a simple message. That message will begin our historical press conference today. The chairman has asked me to come and tell you the truth. That truth is the truth of the circumstances of the challenges that have crumbled to the feet of the CDC since we emerged as a ruling establishment. If you look back at where President George Manuel Weah took this country from in 2018 to where we are, this president has got to be a magician. If you look back at our economic situation, the president has got to be a magician. If you want to look back at the fact that in our consolidated account, when the broke people were leaving power, they so shamelessly left an amount of $6 million in our consolidated account. Then they were so brave, they went to the country's reserve and they would overdraft. Those who do banking, they do overdraft in the banking sector. They overdraft the country's reserve until they reduced it from 500 million and left a sheet for 137 million for President Weah to begin with. They left the country, the electricity sector, in a bankruptcy of over $9 million United States dollars. When they were leaving power, a little under 100,000 houses throughout the Republic of Liberia are supply of electricity. They built no more than 157 kilometers of road across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the Revolutionary National Youth League of the Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change, I have come to bring you the message of the truth instructed by the chairman that the numbers I just read to you have been beaten by the Coalition for Democratic Change for the last 6 years. We have built the longest stretch of roads any government has built in its first term since 1847. Amanda, we have connected the highest number of housing units, houses in this country with electricity than any government since the foundation of the Republic of Liberia. Amanda, we have built the highest number of hospitals in our first term as a government than any government. Amanda, we have a better reserve for the nation. We don't know God. in under 6 years. Amanda.
Complete progression, say yo. Honor His Excellency Dr. George, we are say yo.
We are getting ready to take the country to the next level. The next level will include the electrification of every capital city across the 15 political subdivisions. Don't let them take October 10 from us. On October 10, first-time voters, youth leaders, tertiary youth leaders, we are getting on our feet. Before it is 6:45 in the morning, we should kill ourselves at all of the police centers across the Liberia of this country and reclaim our tomorrow. And so, there is another messenger after me. He may be more insightful, more inspirational. But I have come to tell you that your government over 6 years has beaten numbers that no person in the political history of Liberia has ever seen. And so, it is within our own hands. The other day, I was speaking to our door-to-door campaigners. I said, those of the people that are going to vote against the CDC on October 10, 2023 are threatening to take your future from you. This youth league will not let that happen. Amanda. And so, on this historic note, I've come to tell you that my simple message of the truth that is backed by facts has been provided. And on this note, I would like to introduce to you or zoom in our next speaker who I believe will be more inspirational, more insightful, and then we'll go to the real message of the day. Thank you very much.
Voz populante, voz boi. Voice of the masses, voice for God. Yes, justice here, a better It's lovely and honorable to die for your belief for a just cause. Congress that made me to bring you greetings from the most powerful man who desires over the NAGO sessions, the Revolutionary Youth League of the Interminable Market Coalition for Democratic Change. So, Congress Chairperson, Dr. Emmanuel Agostino Obanito. It is important to also greet you with warm and fraternal felicitation and salutation. In particular allusion to you, members of the Honorable Affairs, members of the fighting forces and the ground forces of the Market Coalition for Democratic Change. So, Congress, today the Youth League will speak to the country. The Youth League will address electoral cascade of issues in the code of our body politics. Let us reiterate that they will come to associate the sphere of the nation is the mighty coalition for democratic change, revolutionary national unity. This Youth League is not only the ideological pillar of this party. The Youth League is a catalyst of revolutionary reaction. That's why when the youth speaks, reactionary forces will trim up. Because the youth speaks and the youth acts in accordance with the marching order of the revolutionary ideological manifesto of the Indomitable Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change. So, we have understood here that historical bandits, imported bureaucrats, and the economic returnees are coming back on the plantation. We were being taught how to treat these people. We were being taught how to confront these people. And we've been taught how to react to these people. That those who think that this country is a plantation and they have birthright to the political economy of the state and its resources, let them understand that sons and daughters of the masses of our people have understood the potential of power. That's why they have never gone to bed after the struggle. And there's a caveat. Those puppeteers and few masquerades who are gallivanting here in arrogance or pomposity. The Youth League, led by its chairperson, will straighten the contradictions to zero sum. And that's why I want to say to you that we are in charge of the revolution. Counter-revolutionary agents and agent provocateurs. You do not have the sophistication. You don't match the potency of the Youth League. We say to President, we are in the cabinet. Chairman Modu, Comrade SG. Leave them from the Youth League. It is us versus them. And we have drawn the line in the sand. There's no turning back. Amanda! Amanda! And so, comrades, we have the moment where the chief convener of the Youth League will communicate the policy direction of the Mighty Coalition for Democratic Revolutionary National Youth League. So, and militants and candidates, members of the underground affairs, and the ground forces of the Youth League will pick up for onward interpretation across the land and ground of this country. So, on the basis of that, comrades, may you all now permit me as I submit to you. The head of the spear of the nation, the chief convener, the policy direction of the more than 1 million young people under the guidance and stewardship of the Revolutionary National Youth of the Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change. So, Amanda! Awetu! Amanda! Awetu! Awetu! Amanda! Awetu! Amanda! Speech, Alusa! Our chairman is about to speak, say! now wait the signal. We need to let you attend at off for direction. Thank you all so much for your time. CDC, long live. Long live. One round, President. We have one round. One round. Victory. Massive party victory. Victory. Manda. Way two. Manda. Way two. Manda. Way two. Manda. Aipule. Liberia. Oh, ni basi awoni do here. Awoni do here. Awoni do here. Kapa. Sidishe kapa. Kapa. Mona. Amanda. Viva. His Excellency the President George Manda, we are viva. Thank you ever so much. Thank you very much. Distinguished member of the 4th Estate. Thank you ever so much. Revolutionary Studios Comrades. The Executive Committee of the Revolutionary National Youth League of the Indomitable Coalition for Democratic Change. So, I bring you warm revolutionary greetings and salute you in the name of peace and tranquility. Salute, comrades, revolutionary canvassers, patriots of Liberia under liberation movement, the Indomitable Coalition for Democratic Change. So, we want to say we appreciate your overwhelming courage, your fortitude in ensuring that the door-to-door engagement of His Excellency Dr. George Manda, we are to be elected on the first ballot is on course. We want to ensure that this measure goes forth to our brothers in the 73 electoral district of Montserrat County. In the Republic of Liberia. The 17th district of Montserrat County, the 73 electoral district of the Republic of Liberia. We want to say everywhere, anywhere, you are ensuring that more doors are knocked on and you are talking to more people. We have access to our database and we can confirm to what extent you are working seriously well to secure the first ballot victory. That ballot victory will not come as a surprise. It will come as an effort of your strong work and your commitment. It is clear that not often we see you around the veranda of the Indomitable Coalition for Democratic Change, but we share our deep sentiment while you are away on a liberation struggle. We ask that you will not return until we secure the election on the first ballot. Remain in your respective districts. Remain in your respective community. Remain in the length and breadth of this republic and prove a point that yesteryears your parents secure a victory for the Indomitable Coalition for Democratic Change, but that victory was not on the first ballot. Prove a point and work tirelessly. Without work, you cannot succeed. Without additional effort, you cannot win on the first ballot. So you must win on the first ballot, so you must exert more effort. Exercise maximum tolerance as you drive through in ensuring that the people's liberation is protected. While you are on this exercise, it is important to note that comrades and friends, we have not come in our regular jinjitsu. We have not come in our regular feelings to communicate to you, especially so when there are wanton electoral violence being perpetrated by the Unity Party-led administration. This violence is an offshoot of what they did here 12 years ago. Their administration distributed nothing but violence across the length and breadth of this country. All we do, and we will continue to do as young people, is to ensure that we are peaceful. peace is the only way. And peace is beautiful. It is very important to remain peaceful, even when your rights have been violated. Because reacting will put you on the defensive and surmount you to be wrong. So continue to remain peaceful. So we have come again to communicate to the Liberian people and to you, members of the Fourth Estate, about several electoral violence. Several reports have come in on our decks in different communities. Agents of the Unity Party are tearing down our flyers and stickers. Agents of the Unity Party are doing things that are unusual. It is clear and unequivocal that they lack the message. In fact, they don't have anything to say because they have led this country. They have led this country for 12 years. And all they did was to distribute poverty and disease to our people. And on this stage, you are prepared to remain here democratically. And so what you do is to be extremely peaceful. It is important to note and to register that not just agents of the Unity Party are involved into wanton electoral violence, but it's important to note that, as you can see here, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the Fourth Estate, this was an expression from the Secretary General of the Unity Party Youth League. His name is Ambassador Ivan Boman Tuku. And he said, no worker, no winner. This is verbal violence. This is provocation. This is a classical attempt to undermine our democracy. We want to say no to these actions. These actions are signs and signals that could plunge our country into an age of antiquity. Yeah. The ruling coalition of democratic change will not tolerate violence.
Down, 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 violence down.
Down.
Down, 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 violence down.
Down.
Forward, forward, forward to peace and tranquility. Forward.
Forward.
We have been here over the years, and President George Manawia have demonstrated nothing else but peace. We all need peace as young people. Peace is the way. While they are doing these things, we'll continue to talk to you and reaffirm our commitment to a violent-free election. We do not need violence. Even if you win on the first ballot, when there is violence, development will not go on. Our sisters and brothers will not have the opportunity to go to school, to appreciate and to enjoy the free tuition. Our mothers will not go on the farm. So we must all detest violence, because violence has never been the way, and violence should not be the way. We do not expect a war in this country. The young people of this generation will never go to war. We will uphold the doctrine of peace. It may not be required that we all come from the same political institution, but it may be required that we protect our common interests. And the most important topic of our common interest is peace. So we must exist in mutual tolerance, to respect one another. We may not agree on policy issues,
but we can handle it respectfully. That wouldn't require us to throw a stone. It wouldn't require us to chop the ear of our friends. Yeah. Today in our midst, we have one of our brothers who is struggling on one ear.
Reactionary tendency.
Abbas.
Sakava.
Abbas.
Sakava.
Abbas.
Sakava.
Abbas.
Only because the United Party have continued to demonstrate violence. And you can know, you can see. They say when the Christmas will be good, you're not going to eat. When the Christmas will be good, you are not going to eat. Because these people have no message. Because they have been here 12 years, they have done nothing. Demonstrated nothing. And in their nothingness, they only trade on violence. And sometimes it must interest you, young people. I know you feel provoked when you see classical warlord and warmongers on the other side. I know you can feel provoked when your sisters and brothers are being inflicted with casualty. I know you feel provoked when our parents' stomachs are being opened in front of our eyes. And these warmongers. I know you have those different feelings. But we must continue to remain peaceful. Let us demonstrate the highest exercise of peace. It's what we need. And what we will continue to do. We want to say the Revolutionary National Youth League, in its strongest term, condemned the United Party spokesperson, Mo Ali, in his deliberate action that got a journalist injured on a critical condition. That is an attempted murder. Brother Joseph, Father Andrew, in Grand Cape County, that attempt only reflect to us that during the 12-year misrule of the United Party, there was nothing else but violence. We saw, under the United Party-led administration, we saw journalists going to prison. The likes of Renzi. Yes. Under the United Party-led administration, we saw journalists, Maya Azango, from Front Page Africa, being pursued for reporting a rape case against a top government official. We saw an abuse of the rule of law, and our democracy came under attack under the United Party-led government. What we can say to you is that Brother Jasper Fala Andrew from Talk FM, our hearts are with you. We know what you're going through right now. We know the struggle. We know that you are in a pool of blood. And these people care less. They have not issued any remorse of a statement. But we are with you. And we want to say the Youth League, take this very seriously. Because you are going through an excruciating pain. The Youth League is with you in this. And we will continue. This is Brother Jasper Father Andrew. He got hit by the United Party spokesperson, Mo Ali. Attempted murder. And all they do is that they dance and sing without remorse. Promoting the safety of journalists and combating impunity for those who attack them are central actions of President Weah's administration. This has been demonstrated by his support for free speech, freedom of press, and free expression. You saw it, Kamara Abdullah Kamara. So it is a serious matter. The protection of journalists is everyone's concern. It's an act of humanity. Violating the rights of journalists should be a concern to everyone. So why should that happen anyways? So we are in empathy with the young men who have been hit by the United Party spokesperson Mo Ali. And we understand that he is experiencing a very critical condition, and like we said, an act of attempted murder. Distinguished member of the 4th Estate, we want to say to you that we say these things with all honesty. We do not want war. We do not want violence. We want peace. Our president has demonstrated the highest esteem of a pessimist. He's a lover of peace. During the administration of the United Party, these people have to call President Weah to serve as peace ambassador. Because this man is a peace icon. So we will continue as young people to demonstrate the highest exercise of being peaceful. Even if they attack us, we will seek redress through the law and not through reactions. And this have to go forth to the international community. We have written several tons of communication, putting those individuals on record and informing them that they should desist from such behavior. It is only glaring that their only instrument is to perpetrate violence. And again, it's not for nothing, because you know what the nature of Prince Johnson is. And General Bob Nagin. You know, these people, they are up for something else. But again, we have a peaceful president, and we must continue to remain peaceful. We want to say the young people must reaffirm themselves to a commitment toward a violence-free election. What is going to happen on Sunday? We want to say all young people under the banner of the Revolutionary National Youth League of the Indomitable Coalition for Democratic Change must stay off the streets. Do not get involved. Remain at your homes. Have interactions. Read books. Read revolutionary history. If you like, read Ernesto Che Guevara. So please, do not get involved. What is going to happen on Sunday is something that they're going to expose themselves. You know that they are weak. And to hide their weakness, all their weaknesses, they want to provoke you. So stay home. Do not get involved into anything of such that reflect negative image of the Indomitable Coalition for Democratic Change.
Yo, the kids go yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo. Oh my God, yo.
Yeah.
Manda.
Where to?
Manda.
Where to? We want to say, on an additional note, the Revolutionary National Youth League of the Indomitable Coalition of Democratic Change condemned the alleged drugs issue at the Rabat International Airport. We call on the entire leadership of the Rabat International Airport to be expeditiously investigated.
Yeah.
It is obvious. It is an obvious fact that President George Manuel will have zero tolerance regarding drugs and substance abuse. This is a man who nature has always demonstrated peace. He has taken many actions, legislative actions, combating drugs and substance abuses in our country. You've been following the new drugs law. You've been following the robust nature of the Ministry of Justice against drugs and substance abuses. You've been following the empowerment of the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency by this president. So President Weah is not exhorting only legislative actions, he is also exhorting policy interventions in reducing drugs and substance abuses among young people. This government is the only government since the establishment of this country to come up with a comprehensive integrated program that reduces drugs and substance abuses among young people, if not eliminated. The Advanced Youth Empowerment Program that is well structured to recruit, detoxify, and rehabilitate young people and make them decent citizens again has been instituted by this government and no other government. I challenge the opposition, challenge those no serious, challenge those pitiful kind of follow to an open conversation. What was your intervention? What policy did you institute? What policy did you institute against drugs and substance abuse? What policy did you institute? What policy? Even at high school, there are policies there to prevent young people against drugs and substance abuse. That was done by His Excellency Dr. George Manuel Weah. But you want us to remind you that 12 years under the United Party-led administration, what did you do in this place? There was the cemetery, Central Street. Our brothers and sisters were sleeping in cemetery. Under the United Party-led government, a close enemy came to the president, was arrested with drugs in your car. What can you say? We know that you are only doing these things because you are desperate for power. The desperation for power is so huge. Now we know. It's so recognizable. The desperation for power is visible. You have created a master of yourself. And sometimes when you guys sit in a little corner and say, we cannot allow these people to take power again. We sit in a little corner and you say, these people should not continue. What is your fear? Okay, don't blame us like we say on the radio. Do not blame us. Blame your administration. Blame the leadership of the United Party that brought a fragile old man a stand-up girl.
Janarito must go. One way.
pepper.
Yo, land of fragile old man. Yo.
Again, comrades. These people should not blame us. Let them blame themselves. Because they are qualified young men and women in the Unity Party. But these people are not respected. And poor brothers, some of them can call us late night and say, you know, we're just here because of democracy, but we don't belong here. We belong on the side of the CDC.
Yo, the father put on chairman, I tell you that, yo.
So it's obvious. Sooner and very soon, in a not too long distant future, we will have avalanche of young people crossing over from the United Party to the Indomitable Coalition for Democratic Change. This is Liberia only liberation movement. This is the future of the Republic. This is the only institution under the better work of the Revolutionary National Youth League that have a single inclination to protect the peace and democracy of this country. And that we always told comrades, do not be carried away by a fire in your belly. Do not be carried away by the multiple of literatures you read. Let it now parachute you and fire you up to disrupting this peace. Our sisters and brothers deserve better, and no government has demonstrated love and commitment to young people as compared to His Excellency Dr. George Manawiya government. We have seen that. And they keep asking, why are these young people so attracted to the CDC? Why are the first-time voters in their numbers? Why are they so attracted to the CDC? And we say to you, be yourself. Be yourself. Because you have 12 years here. You could have attracted these people. You could have attracted them to you. But you have 12 years here. All you said was that opportunity was squandered.
Amen. Yo. Manufacturing chips, yo. Then the grand chamado, yo. Joseph Paga, that's on the road. Joseph Paga, that's on the road.
Wow. And so, comrades, like we said, we deserve victory. We are going to win.
Sure. One round.
But what is even more important is the peace of this country. That is our paramount concern. We are young people. And again, we know the kind of people we're interacting with. We know the young people we're operating with. These are young people, even when you tell them to knock the flag, they wouldn't knock it. Because these are peaceful people.
Forward, peaceful, forward.
So we want to say to you, comrades, we want to appreciate you for the energy and for the commitment to us.
Manda.
We want to say, comrades, we want to appreciate you as you go back to your respective areas. Go with the symbol of peace. Never forget, even if they slap you, know that President Weah is the peace ambassador. He still remains a pessimist. We must continue the campaign of peace and social cohesion among young people. Because that's the only way to our future. President, we have identified a bright future for young people. But that future, to enjoy it, is to have peace. It's like you have a very beautiful bowl of rice, and you take all the rice and put it in your mouth, you wouldn't enjoy it. That's why they make spoons, so you gotta take it one at a time. Take it one at a time. You will get there. You will march to victory. The victory is uninterrupted. The victory is unbending. The victory is unwavering.
Mate Congress, come on, sir. Mate Congress, come on, sir. Mate Congress, come on, sir.
So, I want to say, Boris, thank you ever so much.